Hello everyone! I got this HOTLOGIC for my next travel adventure and also to keep food warm at the office, and I'm really very happy with it. This is a mini oven, and this one is a larger sized oven called the Max oven, and it can heat up food, keep it warm for hours, and even cook. Sadly, it doesn't do the dishes or the laundry. My son took this on a trip to Stockholm to warm up food in his hotel room, which didn't have a microwave, and I'm finding more and more hotel rooms do not have microwaves, so HOTLOGIC to the rescue. This is also great for road trips. I got two sizes. This red one is the Max, and it can hold a 9 by 13 Pyrex dish or container. And this blue one is about half the size, and it will hold a 6-cup or 1.5 liter Pyrex dish. So it's more suitable for one person, whereas the larger size is better if you're traveling with a family or a group of friends. Let's take a look at the mini oven first. I think that's the most popular for single people heating up food in the office, or truckers, or people who are in their car all day. This feels really well made. And look at that, it comes with a container packed inside, although this is really a very, very small container, not much height to it. I have better containers I can use. And here's a quick start guide with tasty tips and recipes. The booklet explains that the HOTLOGIC heats up food to 165 degrees and gives recommendations for meat, veggies, pasta, and even pizza. I tried this out, and the pizza warms up on the hot plate much better than in a microwave with a nice crispy crust. I'm going to experiment with some more dishes and hopefully come up with some recipes, but this booklet gives you some ideas as well. What's nice about the HOTLOGIC is that it warms up food and keeps it nice and moist. It's nothing like a microwave in the way it reheats, obviously, so while it maintains a better texture for food, it does take longer and you have to plan ahead. Think slow cooker and you'll be fine. This is the hot plate, and that's really all this is. It's a hot plate in an insulated bag. Sort of genius. And it's got a pocket in the back for the cord. This is the regular plug, so if you want to use this in a car, make sure to buy the 12-volt version that plugs into the outlet in your car. Now let's take a look at the Maxi version of the HOTLOGIC, and this will hold a 9 by 13 casserole-sized dish. So this size makes sense for a family or potluck dinners, but it's too big for one person, I think, unless you really eat a lot. And you can see the design is a little different with the mini with these two carry handles, very convenient for bringing a hot dish to the party or other type of gathering. You can see the handle on the Maxi is much more substantial than the mini, which makes sense since it will hold twice as much food and presumably will be twice as heavy, right? This Velcro thingy holds the two handles together so you can take them apart. But I like them together. It's neater that way. And there's a nice net pocket here, so you can put papers or some small items or maybe your phone. Just don't leave your phone in there when you plug the unit in. Okay, so to open this baby up, you need to undo the Velcro on the handles, and voila! Pretty much the same innards as the mini, or not. The mini had a foil insulated looking lining, and this Maxi has a black lining that looks nice and also feels insulated, but it's not the foil reflective material that was on the mini. Difference in heat retention? I guess I'll find out, though it does feel similar. I wonder why they didn't make it the same. Next up is another quick start booklet. This one has a different cover than the mini, and some of the pictures are different, but the recipes are all the same chili cheese dip, Monterey chicken, and ravioli bake. And here's what makes this hot, the hot plate. It's bigger and feels very well made. Let me see how it compares with the mini. And they look about the same thickness, although the mini has some little protrusions on the bottom that look like feet. I'm not sure why. The Maxi doesn't have that. Still, they look almost the same except for the size. When I put the mini sideways on the maxi, you can see that it looks about half the size, which I think it is. Here you can see more closely the thickness of the hot plate. They really seem to be the same thickness except for the little feet on the mini. And the mini comes with a small plastic container. The maxi didn't have a container inside. At least mine didn't. The bag feels high quality and so does the zipper, so far I'm not disappointed. By the way, the maxi comes in the red you see here, but also black and what they call houndstooth. Okay, time to test this out. Here I have some leftover rice and a small piece of chicken in one container and some leftover edamame in the other. These containers are Pyrex 6-cup or 1.5 liter containers, and these two containers fit nicely side by side in the Max. Let's see how they fit inside the Max, and they are on the tall side with the covers on, but they fit perfectly, and zipping them up is absolutely no problem. And now these two dishes can heat up and stay warm for hours. These are glass, but you can use a variety of containers. According to the manufacturer, plastic, paper. I guess the temperature is just hot enough to heat the food, but not so hot that it will cause a fire. Okay, let's see how this fits in the mini, which by the way comes in black. And there's an expanded mini model called the XP, which comes in a variety of colors. It's higher than the regular mini, so you can stack two containers on top of each other, and that makes sense. And this dish fits perfectly in the mini. No room for anything else. The XP is higher, so it might hold two, but one on top of each other, and only one would be on the hot plate, so I'm not sure how that works with warming the food up. But I don't have that model, so I don't know. It seems that if they're stacked up, only one can be on the hot plate and one is on top of it. Maybe you can rotate them. Anyway, this one has a regular plug for a household outlet, but they do have a version that comes with a car plug. Let's plug this in and see how long it takes to warm up some chicken and rice. By the way, there are no buttons on this. It's just plug it in or unplug it. You can't control the heat. It heats up to 165 degrees, no more, no less. Well, I guess less while it's warming up, but once it heats up, it's up to 165 and that's it. And I decided to add some edamame to the chicken and rice. Why not? Okay, it's an hour later and let's see. And the cover feels slightly warm. And I can feel a cold spot right here. Here it's warm, and here's a cold spot right here. That's probably where the chicken is laying on top of the rice, so it's denser over there. And I'm right, that's where the chicken is. Let's see what the temperature is. Remember, this is after only an hour, and the temperature is 102, 102.4. That is definitely not hot enough. But again, this is only after 1 hour. Let's leave this in and come back in another hour. Okay, so now we are at the 2-hour mark, and this definitely feels nice and hot. And you can see the steam coming off the chicken and rice. Wow. Come very far with just an extra hour. This is definitely hot enough to eat. Let's see what the temperature is now. And there we have it, 165 degrees on the nose. Salmon in the mini, and it came out nice and juicy. And I also used it on a frozen slice of pizza, which came out really good, much better than in the microwave, but not as good as in the air fryer. If you're making chicken or salmon in here, just be careful not to overcook it. This has a 12-hour shutoff, so you can't accidentally leave it on forever. As for the pizza, just lay a piece of parchment or aluminum foil on the hot plate and let the pizza come up to temperature. You'll have a nice warm slice with a crisp crust, definitely better than the microwave. I hope you enjoyed this video review. Thanks for watching and bon appetit!